Did you know that on 24th November 2014, Sony Entertainment got hacked? The problem began on 24th November 2014, when various reports pointed on a high-profile studio-wide cyber attack at the hands of a group calling GOP, which means the Guardians of Peace. Sony Pictures had to deal with unauthorized security breaches for few months. The hackers left an image of a skull and bearing a message on the computer screen of Sony employees. The message threatened to release sensitive data supposedly stolen from Sony servers if certain demands were not met. The attack is said to have locked Sony Pictures employees out of their computers, entirely forcing them to resort to pen and paper to do their job. The hackers, who are believed to be from North Korea, have leaked some of its unreleased films online, revealed highly sensitive information like passwords, executive salaries, and gone as far as threatening employees and their families. Mainly, this attack takes place to ensure that Sony pulls the film named The Interview, which seems to be a comedy film about a North Korean leader named Kim-Jung-Un. The attackers threatened terrorist attacks at cinema screening the film.
The hackers involved claim to have taken more than 100 terabytes data from Sony, but it's not confirmed. Components of the attack include a listening implant, backdoor, proxy tool, destructive hard drive tool, and destructive target cleaning tool. The components clearly suggest an intent to gain repeated entry, extract information, and be destructive, as well as remove evidence of the attack. Although personal data may have been stolen, early news reports focused mainly on celebrity gossip and embarrassing details about Hollywood and film industry business affairs, gleaned by the media from electronic files, including private email messages. Hi, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm good. How about you?
I'm good too. Thank you for spending your precious time with us for this interview.
It's my pleasure.
So, as we know, you are one of the victims of the cybercrime against property. So, would you mind to share with us about your tragedy?
Yes, once my computer got hacked by my friend, he hacked my computer to gain some data, which is my assignment, without my permission.
Oh, really? What did you do then?
I'm so shocked to know that, and that time my knowledge towards cybercrime was clueless. Then I complained about this to the person in charge, and they took action towards him.
Yes, what he did was offensive. He steal your data in purpose to modify it and make it his own. This is opposed by our Malaysian cyber law, and he can be in charge under few acts which is related to cybercrime against property.
Yeah, I lost my data unknowingly.
Thank you, friend, for your interview today. It's a pleasure to interview you today.
Yes, you're
How
right.
did Sony solve or overcome the problem? First, they cancelled the release of the movie, The Interview. The Interview is a fictional plot about a CIA attempt to asseminate North Korea leader Kim-Jung-Un. Second, they hired the Seoul maintenance company. For example, Fire Eyes and FBI. They help them to clean up the message attack and resolve the attack problems. Third, they hire a London-based anti-piracy firm. The piracy firms help them to remove and block all downloading. Fourth, they hire a lawyer representing them to warn the media outlets not to use their stolen information. The government also played an important role in this case. President Obama says United States will responsible proportionally for the Sony Pictures Entertainment.
if such incident happen in Malaysia, do you know any laws in Malaysia that protect the victim assets from cyber criminals? One of them is Criminal Crime Act 1997. The main reason for enforcing this act is to ensure that misuse of computer can be overcome. Misuse of computer is an offence in Malaysia, and this act is enforced on 1st June 2000 by Multimedia Development Corporation 1996. The Criminal Crime Act states that any action to access, alter, erase, or any act that contributes towards causing such a modification to any program or data stored in the computer is unauthorized if he himself is not entitled to control access to the program or data. Under the same Criminal Crime Act, a person shall be guilty of an offence for unauthorized modification if he does not act, nor will cause unauthorized modification to the content of any computer. A person shall be guilty of an offence of wrongful communication, whether he communicates directly or indirectly a number, code, password, or other means of access to a computer to any person other than the person to whom he is authorized to communicate. Another law that protects a person's property rights in Malaysia is the Copyright Act 1997. Copyright law gives the exclusive right to the owner of a product or idea to make copies, license, and otherwise exploit a literary, musical, or artistic work, whether printed, audio, video, or others. A person is guilty of an offence under this section shall, on conviction, be liable to a fine of not less than 2,000 ringgit and not more than 20,000 ringgit for each infringing copy, or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 5 years, or to both and for any subsequent offences. Penal Code, including a chapter on terrorism and cyber terrorism. It is the pillar of the main statute in Malaysia. This is because not all cyber crimes can be enforced using all cyber laws. Therefore, Penal Code will be used as a backup to charge the criminal involved in cybercrime. Example case are online fraud and threats. In conclusion, we should always follow the laws when using computer. Do not do anything which is not legal or against the law. Thank you.